Hello, my name is Hassan Rathod. I have done MSc in Mathematics from Central University, Uttarakhand. After that, I completed my B.Ed in a regular mode from Kashmir University. After that, I was working in various institutions and was teaching subject mathematics from grade 8 to 12. So overall, I have an experience of 5 years in teaching mathematics. This is a brief introduction about me. So thank you. Now today we are going to study polynomials. Our topic will be polynomials. Before knowing what do you mean by polynomials, we should know what do you mean by an expression. So what do we mean by an expression? An expression is that which contains constants and variables. For example, we will see by examples what do you mean by an expression. An expression it is that, for example, we will write 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. We see that here we have three terms which is made up of variables and constants. So expression is that which are made up of variables and constants. We see that 3 here is constant, x square, x is a variable and it has an exponent as 2. We can see more examples like that. Since this is an expression, we can write another expression as 4x plus 5. This is one more expression. We will write one more expression as 5x squared plus 3x plus 1. Again, we can write another y power minus 3 plus 6 under root 3x plus 19. We see that these are the expressions, but we are going to study about polynomials. We see that here 3 is constant and x is variable. These all terms are made up of constants and variables. So here we can also write x power 0. We know that x power 0 is equal to 1. So the value of this 1 will remain the same. X power 0 is 1 and 1 into 1 is 1. So we say we can also write here x power 0. Here we can write x power 0, x power 0 and x power 0. As we know that x power 0 is 1. So the original value will not change. So now we see that here variable x has power 2, variable x has power 1 and variable x has power 0. Now what do you mean by polynomials? Polynomials are the expressions which are made up of variables and constants. We know that. And we have to see what is the power of this variable. We see that the power of this variable. Now we will write the definition of polynomial. Polynomial are those expressions having variables, having exponents of variables as non-negative integers. First of all, we see that here variable x has power 1, variable x has power 0. We see that here the variable is y and it has power minus 3. Here we can also write it as under root 3 x power 1 upon 2 plus 19. We see that because this is square root and it has value 1 by 2. Now we see that polynomials are those expressions having exponents of variable and non-negative integers. We have to focus on this. Now we will see these expressions where the exponent is non-negative integer. We see that here it has variable 2, exponent as 2 and exponent as 1, which are non-negative variables. So what is this? This is called a polynomial. Why is this polynomial? Because there are the terms containing constants and variables and the exponent of the variable is non-negative integer. So an expression where the variable has non-negative integer as power, so we call that a polynomial. So this is again a polynomial because we see that here we have non-negative exponents. So this is a polynomial. Now we see that again this is again a polynomial. Now we will see this expression. Now what we realize is that the power here is -3, which is not a non-negative integer. So this expression is not a polynomial. Why? Because this does not satisfy the definition of the polynomial. So this is not a polynomial. Now again we will see this expression. We see that here the variable is x and it has exponent as 1 by 2, which is again not a non-negative integer because it is a rational number. So this is not a polynomial. So now we have learned about what do we mean by polynomial. We can recognize now what is a polynomial. It's that expression where the variable is having exponents as non-negative integers. It can contain one term, two terms, three terms, four terms, five terms. It can have many terms. Then if it has two terms, 3x plus 2, we call it binomial. If it has one term, 6x, only one term, it is called a monomial. Because bi means 2 and mono means single. So again we can have 3x square plus 2x plus 1. It contains three terms. This is called a trinomial. So again it has more types based on the degree. We will discuss that in the next lecture. What do you mean by degree? So this is enough for today. In next lecture we will study about degree of a polynomial. Okay, thank you.